Hello. So, this video is going to be a gentle introduction to therapy. So, what might it feel like working with me? I know sometimes it can be nerve wracking coming into therapy when you don't know the process or even the person. You're just like, how is this going to go? What should I say? Should I be prepared? You don't have to have anything prepared. I am going to be the one navigating this conversation today as our first session. So, it's just going to be information based. And you don't have to have any answers. And it's going to be all right. So I'm going to introduce you to that process. So let's set the scene. You're walking into my office. I'll offer you a drink. You want some water, tea, coffee, whatever that might be. Maybe a snack if it's later in the afternoon and you're just like, I need something to eat or I'm going to pass out. Whatever the case may be. So that'll happen. You'll have a seat, get nice and comfortable. I'll have blankets. I might have my blanket because that is a comfort for me. And we'll get started. So here's how it might go. Now, before I get started, I am not a robot. So when you first meet me, it might not be verbatim, but this is how it could go. So, hello, my name is Jamonte Watson, and I'm your mental health therapist. Today is going to be our intake. And as you already know, you filled out all the paperwork before. Thank you for that. So it's going to be information-based. I'm going to just get some clarifying questions on some of the information that you've provided to me. We're going to go deeper into like family information. There might be some questions about substance use, if there's any that have occurred in your life. We do assess safety. For me, that means suicidal and homicidal ideation. And a plethora of other questions to get to know you a little bit better. We will talk about what brings you to counseling and then assess some goals of how we're going to work through that. And that's how we're going to navigate our conversation today. But first, I want to talk to you about confidentiality. So what is that? So confidentiality pretty much means that everything we say today is going to be between us. I'm not reporting any of your information to any outside sources without your verbal and written consent. You would need to have signed a release form, and we would show you that way before then of who that information could go to. So if that has not happened, I'm not sharing your information anywhere. Now, with that being said, we are mandated reporters in Nebraska, and what that means is I have to report. I'm keeping that in because I am human. We have to report certain things by law. So those situations could be if someone were to tell me that they have plans to harm or kill themselves or plans to harm or kill someone else. Now, that doesn't always mean if you have intrusive thoughts or if you've ever thought of killing yourself before. We can talk about that. We can plan around that. A concern for me is if you are saying, like, if I leave her right now, there's no guarantee I can be safe with myself or safe with somebody else. Then we'll have to talk about some options to how we're going to keep you safe. So that's one. Two is any reports of elder abuse or child abuse of any form. That is reportable information. And if you have any questions about that, please let me know. Another situation is sexual assault of a minor. If there's any reports of that, that is reportable information in Nebraska. And lastly, if the court were to subpoena us for any reason, meaning the court is asking us for information about a certain individual, I would have to give that information to the court as they are requesting it. Outside of those situations I just named, everything is going to remain between us. Now, in the nature of an intake, information that is shared is very vulnerable and kind of hard sometimes to share. So if there's any moments where you're just like, I don't really want to share that, or not right now, I'm just getting to know you, let me know and we can skip it. Do not force yourself to answer any questions just because I'm the therapist. The questions I'm asking just helps me to get to know you better and better help me plan of how we're going to treat the things that you want to go through. So that is the short and sweet of my introduction. Now, it's more nuanced than that, but just for sake of getting to know me, that is kind of how it might go. I'm a goofy character, so it may be more fun, and maybe not, but that's kind of what I got for you right now. And I also offer free consultations. So if you are wanting to talk to me first about the things that you are expecting to work through and see if I'm a good fit for you, please let me know. Call me, email me, reach out. I would love to chat with you and help you get to someone that is a good fit for you if it's not me.